Rolling.
All right. So thank you for watching this series of clips. I know it's been about 120 minutes that you've sat through. All right. And I know that if I look through the playlist. All right. One of the most important things that you've gone through is the need for a county bank. The idea of having a publicly owned bank that's accountable to the stakeholders, not the stockholders, because the stockholders is the city and county of San Francisco. It's all of us. It's our bank. We're citizens. So the ability to remove the 400%, 1,000% quick change, cash money here, cashier, get a bank advance on your paycheck, those type of banks, those all become public service. And I've also introduced you to a gentleman who there's a whole series of other video clips from him. If you look up in the I'm trying to figure out how you're seeing this on the TV. So if you look up under the playlist over on the left side, you'll see a series. One of them is a 22 clip set called The Masters of Money. Another one is a thing called Renaissance. There's also a money study course that I'll be putting up because people don't know what money is. It's not paper. It's not silver. It's not gold. It's a medium of exchange. So if we have like tons of gold in the bank, tons of silver in the bank, great. Now how do you conduct business with that? How do you do paychecks with that? How do you easily handle commerce? And what money is the medium of exchange. So how we value money, and that's the critical thing. There'll be another set of playlists that we're going to do. I've done the introduction to the sovereign bank. Think of San Francisco as a pilot bank. We'll have 3,141 banks to go. That's every county in America. We have 49 other state banks to create. We have one set up. The people of North Dakota have one set up called the Bank of North Dakota. No problem. We need to set up a Bank of California owned by the people of California. If we do this, we eliminate the Federal Reserve, seize the Federal Reserve in receivership, and then all of the Federal Reserve assets are ours. The organization is basically bankrupt anyway. Most people don't understand the Federal Reserve is just a private corporation. It can be seized like any other corporation that doesn't pay its taxes. And we know from the foreclosure gate fraud that the 60 million mortgages that are tied up in the mortgage electronic registry system, that system, MERS, is owned by the same 18 banks that own the Federal Reserve. So if we seize the Federal Reserve, we're probably going to see JP Morgan go bankrupt relatively soon before the beginning of the year, especially with the effort to crash JP Morgan by silver. So with that effort, we'll see JP Morgan go bankrupt. That's one of the major holders of the Federal Reserve owners. One of the major owners of MERS is part of the money trust cartel. And this is the money trust cartel is what's keeping everybody in the world from prosperity. So we know we need to print our own money, constitutional money, by the United States Treasury. We know we need a system for the distribution of that currency from the Treasury. So the ideal would be through 50 state banks, and then have the state banks distribute currency, collect and distribute currency, and handle the cycling and the recycling of currency into and out of the economy. When paper gets old, it needs to be replaced by new paper. But we need some type of medium of exchange. And the ones and zeros in your computer accounts, those need to have value. So the idea of having a U.S. Treasury that mints money and mints our U.S. Treasury notes and works with our 50 state banks that are not chartered by the federal government. They're chartered and owned by the people of those states. And each county, for instance in California we would have 58 counties. We have 58 counties, 58 county banks, no problem. So this is the template that we've set up. We've explained a little bit about what the bank can do, and But most importantly, I'll end with this note. A bank is to provide for the nourishment of an economic ecology. That means not just the people that work for government. You know, people seem to think that once you get a job working for the government, you don't have to do much. You know, there's expression, close enough for government work, or you know, clock in, watch TV, clock out. You know, this is ridiculous. You know, people that when you go to work, you do your job or you get fired. Period. It doesn't matter if you work for the public interest or if you work for private interest. The whole point of an environmental economic ecology and an environmental economy is so that small businesses, the stores, the restaurants, the contractors, the people that handle property management, the people that are put together workers cooperatives, the people that manufacture or repair bicycles, on and on and on, all the .com and internet companies, all the small businesses of a city like San Francisco, everybody needs to benefit. So the environmental ecology, you know, of a publicly owned bank, not only would it generate somewhere between 100 million to 200 million in new revenues, and these are not taxes, these are new revenues to the city. The way the Bank of North Dakota works is 25% of their revenue returns to the state. That's about $60 million a year currently. And they've been doing this since 1919. It's demonstrated. It works. You know, in 2008, Bank of North Dakota was the only bank that did not go insolvent in the whole United States. The GDP growth rate in North Dakota, over 7%, month over month over month. The United States can't match that. No other state can match that because we're all tied to this Federal Reserve, where we're being plundered by a money cartel, the money trust. So simply, the county bank in San Francisco will generate revenue and profits. It will probably create somewhere between $2 billion to $5 billion of an economic environment. Of that, approximately 100 to 200 million, maybe 300 million would come as new revenue into the city and county of San Francisco to handle our budgetary problems. That's enough for this series. Thank you for watching, and this is one of the reasons why I'm running for mayor. Thank you.